Khamzat Chimaev?
Hazmat.
Hazmat.
Yes.
Hazmat.
Hazmat.
Hazmat suit. Chimaev.
Khamzat Chimaev.
Okay, we'll try it. Let's get to the podcast.
Waldo music.
You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is. In a world filled with sports, there's also autism. Two brothers will discuss sports, where at least one of them has autism. Welcome to Tony's Upset. Tony, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I don't really know where that came from. Did you enjoy it?
I did, yes.
Do you want me to delete it and start over? Or are you good with it?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's get into it. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm Gianni. This is Tony. I know I've kind of thrown us off our game by switching up our intro, but you got to keep people fresh on their feet. Give the people what they want, which is a little bit more brotherhood.
Absolutely.
Tony. What do you want to talk about today?
Yes, this week is UFC 328.
Okay, where do you want to start? Top of the card, bottom of the card?
Let's do bottom of the card.
King Green versus Jeremy Stevens. There's no way I mispronounced either of those.
No, you got it.
Great. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going with King Green.
Okay.
In the opener of the main card. This is an easy one.
He's 39 years old.
Yeah, but Green, he just... Last year, he suffered a nasty knockout earlier in March of last year. Took some time off, and since he's been back, he's on a two-fight winning streak. He's taking on a guy that is bare knuckle FC. He still fights. This is his first fight back. Jeremy Stevens in over a year.
So he does a lot of things, this guy.
Yes.
I don't know. You got to stick to one thing and do it well.
So,
also, his name is Lil Heathen.
Little Heathen.
When you're like 20, that's okay. When you're 39, they're both 39, you got to be like medium heathen or big heathen. You can't be Lil Heathen at 39. You know what? I want to see King Green win.
Yeah.
Okay, King Green.
I think he finishes him late, though.
Okay. What round? Third?
Yeah.
Because only the main events go to 5 rounds, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And come championship fights, and sometimes main events, too. Main events and championship.
Okay. Now let's talk the welterweight matchup between Sean Brady and Joaquin Bradley?
Buckley.
Okay. Go ahead. Who you got here?
I'm picking Buckley as an upset.
Okay.
And that'll be easier.
He's got a larger reach, which doesn't always guarantee anything. He's 21-7, which is a lot more losses than Sean Brady at 18-2. Why Buckley?
I think Buckley is kind of a better fighter. Brady, he lost his first fight a couple of years ago against a former champion and then was on a 3-fight winning streak. But then he lost his last fight. I think his time's over. I think Buckley, he has more of an edge. He has more tools in the tank to steal this fight. I think it'll be a close fight. I would say split decision.
Okay. I like that. But Buckley in the end?
Yes.
Okay. Next fight on the card is going to be a heavyweight matchup between Alexander Volkov.
Very close.
Waldo Cortes-Acosta.
Yes.
I don't know why I pronounced it like that. Waldo Cortes-Acosta.
Yeah, Waldo.
Dominican. All right, T, what do you got here?
I love Alexander Volkov in this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, Volkov, he's just a veteran. He's a veteran. I know he's 37, Cortes-Acosta.
I thought his stance was Orthodox, and I thought it meant he was like Russian Orthodox, like Eastern Orthodox Catholic. And I was just like, oh, I didn't realize that, because it was like age, reach, height, weight, Orthodox. And I was like, I didn't know their religious picture was in here, but that's just me being stupid. Okay, you were saying Volkov's like a veteran. He's been around the block.
Yes.
Okay.
And he really should have gotten the last title shot.
Okay.
And he's taking on Waldo Cortes-Acosta, who's
Good fighter.
Yes, he is. He's getting up there.
This is not a main event. This is not a co-main, is it?
No, it was, but then...
This is a tasty treat, though. We'll talk about why it's not the co-main in a minute, if I'm going to guess. I think I'll have a reason why. But this is a tasty treat.
It is. Cortes-Acosta is glowing, but Volkov, 2 fights of...
He's already in the heavyweight. I don't know if he can grow anymore. He meant it to be slimming. Okay.
That is
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You needed that beer, didn't you?
I did need this beer. All right. So you're thinking Volkov? Do you want to give a reason, and do you want to tell me when? Like first round, second round, knockout, all that good stuff.
I'm gonna go with Volkov first round. 2 fights ago, Volkov fought a guy named COO Garn, who I don't like, who's getting
the one that poked what's his face in the eye, right?
Tom Hospital.
Probably on accident.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Volkov beat Garn. Everybody knew about Volkov beat Garn.
Did they not give him the win?
Nope. This was like a year and a half ago.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch the highlights later.
Then last year, Volkov got away with a split decision win.
Okay.
I just kind of feel like Volkov's not done. There is a chance Cortes-Acosta can win this one.
Okay.
But I'm really rooting towards Volkov.
What does Cortes-Acosta have to do to win this?
He has power. Show his power. Just Volkov is not good with when getting hit, but Volkov does hit. Click on Volkov profile.
Yeah, of course.
He has 24 out of his wins, 24 knockouts.
Holy cow.
Look up, go to Cortes-Acosta. Nine. So this could be a power versus power. And I could still see Volkov landing the shot.
So we were talking about title fights. There are 2 title fights on this card right now. This one, Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira.
Yes.
This fight got rescheduled to this card, right?
Yes.
Okay, which probably knocked down the other fight to not being a co-main. So, what do you? Is Joshua Van the current title holder?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So it's a flyweight fight. Who do you got?
I'm going with Tatsuro Taira.
Okay. Why?
He's Van is very plus he can get in your face. He has great cardio, great standings, but Tatsuro just comes at you, and I think he could take down Joshua Van and submit him.
These are both guys who have a lot of knockouts and a lot of wins and not a lot of losses. I think this is going to be a really good fight. Okay.
I feel like this could be an early finish either way.
Okay, I like that call. Early finish either way. First round knockout, or at least
submission.
Submission. Okay, fair enough. And then where were we? The last fight on the card, which is the main event.
Middleweight title fight.
Go ahead.
Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Man, I love some Sean Strickland. I really do. Not because what he says.
You love him as a fighter.
I love him as a fighter.
You're rarely one to be like, oh, this person's personality. You're not really on the Twitters or anything like that. Purely from a fighting perspective, you like Sean Strickland.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think the line out this is crazy.
Okay.
And sometimes you can't go against the line. Like Chimaev is a minus 450.
Is it Chimaev though that you think is the best fighter ever, or is that Taira, or am I thinking about someone else?
You're thinking about Khabib, not Nurmagomedov.
So, do they have a line on this already?
Yeah.
Whoa, a 440 line.
Yeah,
440 to 550.
Yeah. I disagree with this line.
It's a little intense.
It is.
Okay. So, Chimaev,
Strickland. But Strickland can pull this off. Absolutely.
So, don't bet your house on it. But if you want to flip a quick buck, you think Strickland could be a saucy pick?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm going with Chimaev.
Okay. Absolutely. Aside from that, Tony, at time of recording, which is April 28th, I want to give a quick Premier League update, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right. So, we haven't really talked about the Premier League too much. Chelsea fired a coach, which they do every 6 months. There's a really interesting thing. So, Chelsea's owned by some Americans named Blue Co. And they've bought like 1 million youth players, and they don't really have a plan for like developing them. And they don't really believe in coaches. So they keep on just like hiring random guys to be the coach, and it's not working out. And Chelsea always has a long history of firing coaches. But they fired this guy. I mean, excluding cup games, which were against easier teams, he didn't win a game in like 10 matches. It was bad. So Liam Rosenier is gone. Tottenham is still in the relegation zone. West Ham is 1 point ahead of them, I believe. Tottenham won against Wolves, which was a really big deal, but West Ham won their game as well. So West Ham is still above them. And Tottenham lost Xavi Simons and Dominic Solanke probably for the rest of the season easily, which is a really big deal because they've lost 2 of their best attackers. So Tottenham Hotspur could get relegated. Like, actually, it was something that we were joking about. It was something that people were saying was a possibility. Now it's likely. It's about 50% likely that one of the top 6 teams in the league is going to get kicked out of the league and sent to the minor leagues.
How long do they have to be in the minor leagues?
They have to either get first and second or second place in next year in the league they're in, or if they're in third through 6th, there's like a playoff to see who gets the 3rd spot, who gets promoted. 3 teams get promoted, 3 teams get relegated. Tottenham could be relegated to the championship, where they're going to have to play a 48-game season against a bunch of much smaller teams. But the problem is when you get relegated, a lot of your star players leave. You lose a lot of money because like your ticket sales aren't as high. You have to bring in a bunch of players. It's going to be an absolute mess.
Now, is Liverpool and Liverpool FC the same thing?
Same thing. Well, Liverpool is a city, and the team there is Liverpool FC.
All right. How is Liverpool FC doing?
Liverpool's doing okay.
I had to look this up because I know that. So we know that the Yankees were in the blah, blah, blah. So the Yankees just swept the Boston Red Sox, and I'm going to get to the point of this, Gianni.
I know what the point is already.
Oh, you do?
Go ahead.
So, the owner of the Boston Red Sox just fired the whole coaching staff.
Why?
Also, because they were terrible this year.
What prompted them to fire them all, though?
Because they got swept by the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
but that wasn't my point.
Did. But yes. They did.
Yes.
12 runs, baby.
But the point is, the owner of the Boston Red Sox owns Liverpool F.
Yep.
And guess what? Liverpool isn't doing well. I think I'm looking up. He also owns the Pittsburgh Penguins.
And we all know the Penguins aren't doing well, even though they are doing pretty okay.
They're about to get eliminated. They're not on by this time.
They're also called the Pittsburgh Penguins, which is enough of a problem by itself. They can win the Stanley Cup. They're called the Pittsburgh Penguins.
They've already won the Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
When?
It's been like 4 or 5 years. But
they won that recently?
No, maybe like 7, 8 years ago.
It's still recent. I feel like I knew that the Pittsburgh Penguins existed. No, I'm thinking about the Ducks. Okay. Tony, that's all I really got for you. The Champions League is going on right now. The most recent game that I saw was PSG versus Bayern. That game, I think I looked at it at one point. It was 1-0. And then I got home from work and it was 5-4.
Who won?
PSG. It was an absolute insane match. 9 goals in one game. It's a lot for a soccer match. We can watch the highlights later. Is there anything else you really want to talk about on today's episode?
Nope, I'm good.
When's the White House card?
June 14th.
June 14th. Okay. I have a trip to Seattle coming up, so I'll make sure that we get a recording out for that. And if there's anything y'all want to see, let us know. Follow us on all of our social media. Also, leave a positive review for the podcast. Leave a nice comment. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your dogs. Tell whoever you want to tell. I need a cup of coffee. I'm exhausted.
Me too.
All right. Thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, the sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all. That was good. Good job. Crisp high five.